The next time you are at your local dollar store, pick up some wire garden hanging baskets. Start this project by removing the hook and chains from the baskets. Turn one wire basket upside down and place on top of a second basket. Secure together by using 3 zip ties that are placed equidistant from each other. Now take a string of LED lights and fill the battery box with batteries. Remote control LED lights are best for this project, but it will work without the remote style as well. Hang the battery box inside the basket globe and connect to the top. Turn the lights on and wrap the lights evenly around the globe, both vertically and horizontally. Secure the end of the light string to the basket using a twist tie. Using a leafy garland of your choice, like this eucalyptus garland, cut off the various leaves at their base. Using a garland is much more cost-effective for this project than using lots of different separate picks because you can get lots of different leaves in shorter lengths. Start to tuck and glue the different leaves to the wire basket globe. You don't need to cover the globe entirely. In fact, keep the placement of the leaves just a little sparse so the LED lights can shine through. Now, remember all those chains and hooks that you removed from the baskets? Let's put them to good use. Using a screwdriver or scissors, wedge it into the bottom of the hook and loosen so the chains can be removed from the hook. Reconfigure the chains by connecting 3 chains to create 1 long chain, 2 chains to create 1 medium chain, and leave 1 chain as is. Reconnect these chains of different lengths to the hooks and tighten the hook back together using some pliers. You can hang these from any ceiling hook or even a tree branch. If you have a porch swing, here is a fun way to hang the globes without drilling additional holes into your porch ceiling. Thread the stick through your porch swing ceiling hooks to create a horizontal rod and hang your garden globes from the branch. Use your remote to turn the lights on and enjoy the warm glow of your new outdoor lighting. I hope this inspired you to create beautiful outdoor garden globe lighting from inexpensive dollar store hanging baskets.
I found an unused hula hoop in the toy chest, so I picked up a few more, and today we're going to put this hula hoop together. This one happened to come in 6 pieces, and I had to have some extra handy hands here because this is really hard to put together. So, okay, now we've got 2 hula hoops, and we're going to put them together just like this. Okay, now we're going to wire it. So I've taken this paddle wire and I'm going to secure it as tight as I can at the top. Okay, now I'm just going to leave this end sticking up, and then I'm going to come around and then go around the other side. And you want to pull really snug when you do this. And we're going to come back around with that tail and we're going to secure it. And just tuck your little end in. Just like that. Now we're going to turn it over and do the exact same thing to the bottom. So the beauty of these hula hoops is that they come apart. So on the third one, I undo it so that the one end is on the top, is on the outside, and the bottom is on the inside. So then I'm going to push this together, and then I'm going to secure it with a wire. Okay, now that our orb is together, we're now going to spray paint it. I'm using this Color Shot black matte paint, and we're going to spray the entire thing. I like this paint because it has really good coverage. You can see how well that's covering. So you're going to have to do part of it and then let it dry and then come back and do the rest. Now our orb is painted, and I'm going to add some fairy lights. So I bought these fairy lights at Michael's, and what I love about these is that there's greenery on the wire. I bought one strand of lights for each hula hoop, so I bought 3 of these. And I've tied them onto a knot here. And then I'm simply going to wrap them around the hula hoop and turn it as you go. Each of these strands are 10 feet long. I had this all in one piece, but it wants to spring apart, so I'm just going to let it be. And then I'm going to keep going until I've gone all the way around. Okay, now I'm going to attach the second strand of fairy lights, so you can see that I just kind of tied that right there. Then I let that go. I'm going to try to keep this one together if I can this time. And I'm just going to wrap around again. Okay, so now it's time to place my orb. I've decided I'm going to put it in this empty bird bath that the only thing I can grow is ivy. So I have put the 3 controllers for the lights in a flower pot. And you're going to see, I'm just going to place this right in the middle, just like that. Now, I know I don't want to look at those controllers, so I've got this sweet little bird's nest, and I'm just going to place it on top so that you don't see the controllers.
And I have a variety of bowls. I have some 4-inch bowls and some 6-inch round. They do have a flat bottom, but glass bubble bowls. Now you want to make sure that your glass bowls are very clean. And in addition to washing them, I'm going to take them and put a little alcohol on a cotton ball and wipe them down really well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it from the edge, and I'm going to take a gray Crayola crayon, and I am going to draw right on my bowl some lines. And I'm just going to go and draw a curved line all the way around. This is not exact, doesn't have to be exact. And when you've gone all the way around your bowl with these vertical lines, the next thing you're going to do is start making some horizontal ones. And then the next thing I'm going to do is do them at an angle down across. You don't want to forget the bottom. So when you've done all the sides, you're going to go down here on the bottom and you're going to mark it up also. So now your jar should be looking something like this, and you can see the crayon marks all over your jar. The next step is you want to take some silver glitter glue, and I put a pretty big blob of it out here on this paper plate. And now what I'm going to do is put a lot on a small paintbrush, and I'm going to paint my jar with the glitter glue in a crosshatch pattern. When it's dry, you're going to have a bowl that looks like this. It's kind of got that crackled glass finish. I'm going to be using these out of doors, so you definitely have to use some kind of a sealer, and I'm going to use this Rust-Oleum Gloss Clear. You want to make sure you're using something that's clear and that will not yellow your bowl. And then I will turn it over and do the underside. The next thing I'm going to do is take some fairy lights and put them right down inside of my jar. And then I'm going to take it and put it in my garden. Isn't that pretty? So I am going to get these all dried, sealed, so that they, the water, rain outside won't bother them. And then I'm going to add them to my garden. And for me,
I don't have much of a garden right now. I have some pots, so I am going to add them to the pots on my porch by my door. Make some of these glowing garden orbs for yourself and enjoy them all summer long. They'll bring magic to your garden or even just to the pots of flowers that you have by your front door, like I have. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time right here on Home Talk.
Grab some plastic cups to make this sparkly holiday decor. I was at the dollar store the other day and grabbed a pizza pan and several packs of plastic cups. To make sure that my cups have lots of sparkle to them, I started by dipping each one in clear glue and then into some iridescent glitter. You can also use hot glue around the rim of the cup to hold the sparkles as well. Once I sparkled up about 45 cups, I let them sit and dry overnight. With the cups all dry, it's time to start assembling this fun piece. I'm going to use this large Tupperware lid in the middle of the pizza pan to help me keep the cups centered and in line. This will make it a lot easier when I'm attaching them. To attach them all together, I'm going to use a little hot glue to the base of one and then stick it to another cup. Hold them for a couple of seconds while the glue dries. I find this works best to keep them in line. I'll keep doing this until all of the cups are around and attached on the bottom layer. With the bottom cups all attached, I want to start weaving some small battery-operated lights around the cups. These lights have a remote control, so they're perfect for this project because I can just turn them on and off from anywhere. Now that I have the lights weaved in and out of the base layer, it's time to add another layer of cups. I'll keep using the hot glue to attach the cups until I have filled the dome in. I'll also weave the lights around the cups as I continue to go. When I get to the top of the dome, I can't quite fit an entire cup in, so I've trimmed off the bottom and then it fits in perfectly into that last space. Before I can hang my sparkle ball, I want to make a way to hang it that's a little bit easier. So that's where the pizza pan comes into play. I'm going to give it a good sanding with a sanding sponge to scuff up that slick surface. Now I'm going to use some white paint to cover one side. And while the paint is still wet, I'm going to add the same glitter I used on the cups and sprinkle it all over the pizza pan. Once the paint is dry, it's time to finish off my new sparkle ball. The glitter's all stuck into place on the pan, so I don't have to worry about that falling off. And I want to add the battery pack before I add the dome of cups. A little hot glue around the edge of the pan is enough to keep all of the cups in place. I'm going to finish this with just adding a little string on the back that'll allow me to hang it, and I'll be back in just a moment to show you how pretty and sparkly it looks.